Alright, a bit of an off-topic video, but listen, I've been playing a ton of Return to Castle Wolfenstein recently, and I am not kidding when I say that every time I reinstall the game, it turns out to be better than I remember. So if you saw my latest poll, you would know that I have been itching to talk about it, so I'm gonna talk about it. However, first I must warn you, I'm gonna spoil pretty much the whole game, so if you haven't played it, go play it, it's the law. If you played The Old Blood, it might feel familiar to you, or if you played Return to Castle, but not The Old Blood, then The Old Blood might feel familiar. However, both of these are their own respective games, and out of the two, Return to Castle Wolfenstein is better by a mile. And yes, because I said so. Now, if you do want to play the game and play it without counting pixels and constant crashing, make sure you apply a patch after installing the game. I'll leave the patch I used in the description, though in my many times of having to reinstall this game, I used multiple different patches, I think. So any patch should do fine. Probably. Either that or you get ready for some ransomware. So to explain why this game is so good, I'm gonna walk you through it and mention relevant shit as it happens. And yes, I know there is more in the Xbox port, I believe. But number one, I play on PC, and number two, I don't even own an Xbox, so yeah, fuck those levels, sucks to be them. Alright, we start off as a prisoner in Castle Wolfenstein, playing as none other than William Billy Joseph Blazkowicz. And if you don't know who William Billy Joseph Blazkowicz is, you'll get very well acquainted with him throughout the game. That's number one, and number two, it's not that important. So you escape, getting some basic weapons like the Stabby Stabby, Luger P08, MP40 and the Mauser, don't ask me which one. And then you continue with your mission by navigating your American ass to the crypt, where the Schutzstaffel Paranormal Division, otherwise known as the SS Paranormal Division, are disrespecting the dead and doing stuff. After getting some better weapons like the Thompson and the Suppressed Sten, you can go and disrespect the dead and shoot Nazis. So yes, we go from having a gunfight to shooting zombies. These unarmed ones have to be shot while downed or they get back up and they throw spirits at you. Not a problem. However, the shield boys can block your shots and even ricochet them back to you. Have fun! Yeah, they're not that bad. Nothing notable happens at this point other than some fire-breathing zombies which never appear again, and the fact that level 6 The Crypt has a unique piece of treasure which doesn't appear anywhere else in the game. So make sure you collect that secret to feel special. And no, treasure doesn't give you anything. Speaking of secrets, some of them are pretty useful, and if you ever see a picture of the funny man, make sure you dropkick it since it often pays off. Now, the next level is where shit hits the fan because we're introduced to everyone's favorite enemy, the Elite Guards, aka the things that will get this video demonetized harder than all the Nazi symbolism around. Yeah, these bitches fucking hurt. They love to hide, have suppressed stance, don't ask why, and they love doing flips. Your one saving grace is that their high heels are pretty loud, so you have some time to say your prayers before they arrive. Oh yeah, and as per the level objective, you have to kill all of them, so running past them isn't an option. Also on the topic of this level, make sure to say hi to the jumpscare zombie, and also say hi to the deadliest secret in the entire game. If you miss this jump, you instantly die. What's your reward, you ask? Supplies and the crystal skull, and fun fact, this is one out of 2 crystal skulls in the entire game, the other one being in level 24, the dig. So if you wanna feel special, once again, you are obligated to get it by law. The jump itself is a little tricky but not too bad, so either quick save if you have skill issue or simply get good at the game. It's like 22 years old. In the next level, we get to fight the big boss man Olaric. Yeah, the retarded bitch thought it would be a good idea to get the magical dagger to try and stop you, and this is the result. Now, as with most bosses in this game, the fight is incredibly easy. He may try to throw super spirits at you, but even then you can safely heal. Yeah, if there's one gripe I have with this game, it's that the boss fights are way too easy. Oh, and speaking of gripes, let's talk about the next level. So yeah, I lied. My second gripe would be the 2 mandatory stealth missions. The premise is simple. Finish the game without sounding the alarm. Oh, and don't kill the last guy in this level because he drives the truck that you need to use to infiltrate the base. But that's besides the point. The problem is that the AI is kinda jank, and you'll often not know you fucked up for some good 5 to 10 seconds, so if your save's coming you can easily softlock yourself and have to restart the entire level. Skill issue, to be honest. Other than that, this level does have an interesting premise. You only spawn with your stand and the pokey pokey, and you need to reacquire all other weapons. You also get some new ones like the Colt M1911, which is a good way to waste 45 ACP ammo, which is better used for the Thompson, and the extremely epic Snooper rifle. It's a suppressed sniper with a thermal scope, and it hurts a lot. However, ammo is quite limited. Now, I mentioned earlier how you need to infiltrate a base, and don't ask me why Blazkowicz couldn't just brute force it. Well, here's your mission. Sabotage the V2 rocket launch so you cuck some random plebeian from getting a nuke in Call of Duty Vanguard. And then when you're done with that, go steal the brand new car the Nazis are working on, the Cobra. So you blow up the rocket, Nazis blow up a bridge because shooting you is too difficult, their base blows up, don't ask why, and you get introduced to your first ever Panzerfaust guy, because shooting you is too difficult. And no, if you kill him before he shoots, you don't get his Panzerfaust. Same story in the next level. However, another interesting thing is that there are only 2 potato masher guys in the entire game. Or if you're a nerd, Stielhandgranate guys. The first one is in this level, and he just randomly passes. If you shoot him, you get nothing but satisfaction. However, the one in level 13, Kugelstadt, does drop his potato masher if you shoot him soon enough. Anyways, after vandalizing some technology for no reason, which you are not obligated to do in the mission but are by the law, you get to the next level, and after some nothingness, say hello to the most dangerous sniper in the entire game. He's up there somewhere, and if he sees you, he will shoot you and he will not miss. If you thought the sniper from Call of Duty World at War was bad, this guy is worse. And as if that wasn't bad enough, as you continue on, you get introduced to cancer in subhuman form, the paratroopers. These guys have FG-42s, one of the more correctly depicted FG-42s in video games, and they will use it and they can absolutely destroy you. Oh yeah, by the way, if you found the easy secret in the previous level, in this one you will be able to reach the maximum number of dynamites the game will allow you to have, that being 4. Not that they're particularly useful though. Now, speeding past the boring escort mission when you're pretty much just on a timer 2/3 on the level, we get to the point in the game where the enemies stop giving a fuck. Level 14, the Bombed Factory, will show you what it's like to get in close quarters engagements with paratroopers, and spoiler alert, it's not nice. Oh, and it will show you what it's like to get shot at by Panzerfaust while close to walls, because shooting you is too difficult. Oh yeah, the mission. So you need to infiltrate Wilhelm Death's Head Strasse's secret weapons facility. And yes, it's the same Death's Head from the New Order and earlier Wolfenstein 2009. Anyways, for the purpose of showing you all of Death's Head's experiments at once, I'll skip over what you find in there, but what you need to know is that Death's Head escapes with a submarine and you track him down to his X-Labs in Norway. Now let's see what this retard has created. First of all, a new gun called the Venom gun. Big minigun with big ammo and big spinny. Pretty good so far, right? Well, he also created this pricks. Say hello to the most dangerous enemy in the game, the Looper. What does he do? Well, don't worry, he doesn't bite. He just jumps at you sporadically, dealing insane damage and hits you from the other dimension. And before we meet our next creation, mandatory Looper jumpscare. Next up, the Proto Soldier. He can either have the Venom gun, which makes him a joke, or the Panzerfaust, which makes him less of a joke. However, he is right-handed, so you can use that to cheese him. And after getting your health and armor annihilated by the Looper who refuses to stand still, you have to fight both versions of the Proto Soldier at once. And yes, you either have to do it in a small open room, or small cramped hallways. So better kill them instantly or you might be 10 shades of fucked. Next level is another boss level, and this one is actually different from the other two. It starts off with a little prelude with some Proto Soldiers, regular soldiers, Luger guy and Flamethrower guy. Oh yeah, those exist, I completely forgot. Well listen, in my defense, there's not many of them and they kinda suck at their job. Now, the boss of this level is the Super Soldier. What's so special about him? Well, he uses a Tesla gun, which will constantly hit you as long as you're in his line of sight. He's also super tanky and can switch between his Tesla gun, Venom gun and Panzerfaust. But the thing that makes him actually fucking difficult is the simple fact that as you damage him, Luger guys will spawn on a catwalk above the arena. So what's so bad about that? Well, number one, in order to get health, you need to pass underneath that catwalk, and the sheer number of them can completely shred you. Anyways, after you kill the Super Soldier, the annoying soldiers, and take his Tesla gun, Death's Head escapes yet again. Shocker, I know. It's not my fault Blazkowicz is slow. Anyways, since you discovered something called Operation Resurrection, You now need to, roll credits, return to Castle Wolfenstein. After a generic mission, we get to the second mandatory stealth mission. This time, sneaking through a village at night picking up the noob generals. And no, this time you don't need to keep anyone alive. But I would advise saving on sniper rifle ammo if you can for reasons. Anyways, after you clear out the SS building in the next level, you get to what I consider to be the scariest level in the entire game. Level 23 Unhallowed Ground, otherwise known as Dark. Why, you may ask? Well... yeah, as you can tell, this level is very dark and very open. Wanna hear something worse? There's elite guards in the level. Wanna hear something even worse? Some of them have Mausers. Wanna hear something even worse than that? At one point one of them is in the trees. You think that's bad enough? Well, they can see you before you can see them. Unless you use the sniper rifle, of course. This level constantly keeps you on edge and the scripted lightning strikes don't help much either. And while the secret in this level is pretty nice, it also spawns 2 elite guards in your face. Have fun! The bridge to Castle Wolfenstein is guarded by a couple of elite guards. One of them is on the MG42 and the other one has a Panzerfaust because shooting you is too difficult. But sucks to be you, the bridge is 20 shades of fucked, so you need to go through the dig site. The entrance to which is guarded by the grand finale featuring 2 super soldiers. Thankfully there's no annoying Luger spam, and the level is pretty open, so you can easily pick them up with the FG42. And after going through the dig site featuring some pushover proto soldiers, we arrive at level 25 Return to Castle Wolfenstein. Roll credits. In this level, we see the return of our favorite zombies. However, this time, the super buffed versions. However, since we have the flamethrower, they all become pushovers. After seeing the mandatory scene of a paratrooper getting his much needed beatings, we have to deal with the rest of the level featuring paratroopers and elite guards. And yes, it is just as painful as it sounds. After becoming Swiss cheese, we get to fight the final boss. He has turned the bitch, which I cannot show for monetization reasons, into a zombie. She is a pushover, and constantly has 3 shield zombies with him. Yeah, he is a complete pushover. The most damage will be from causing pocket sand to drop from the sky. But as you can imagine, the damage is negligible and can be easily healed with the medkits just outside the arena. Though don't stay too long, otherwise the super spirits will jump you and drag you into a very bad place and do very bad things to you. And this is now a good time to show you how you can get burning boss remains. Just set him on fire as he's about to die and there you go. Oh yeah, and you also pissed off the funny man version too, so congratulations. And as for the core gameplay, I'm sure you can already see from the b-roll. Each weapon has its pros and cons. MP40 is good for rushing in, however it does relatively low damage, which is somewhat remedied with the Thompson, however the ammo for that is limited. FG42 is good for holding an angle and raining big damage accurately, however it becomes incredibly inaccurate when turning. Venom is good for raining hellfire and brimstone, but it overheats and is inaccurate. And something like the Tesla gun is your big nasty gun, however ammo pickups are almost non-existent. And I could realistically go on. There are very few useless guns apart from the pistols, and stealth and loud are both viable ways of playing, though you won't always be able to maintain stealth. However, if you are stealthy, you can even eavesdrop on some conversations which you wouldn't be able to hear otherwise. I mean shit, as I was recording the b-roll for this video, even I discovered some new conversations which are completely new to me. Don't let this fool you though, as on the harder difficulties, if you don't watch yourself, you will die. Other than that, what more is there to say? The environments are nice, although mostly dark. The enemy roster I already went over. Every level has at least one set piece that makes it memorable, and the soundtrack really sets the tone perfectly. I obviously skimmed through a lot here, so there is obviously way more to discover. The classic Wolfenstein humor is here too, and it works pretty well, unlike Young Blood. So yeah, go and play this game because my opinion is BETER. Be sure to like and subscribe to boost me in the algorithm. Thank you for watching and I'll see you next time.